My name is Merrill, CEO of Mark Research and a 35-plus year veteran of the Insights community, the host of our podcast, On the Mark. Welcome to another On the Mark Merrillism. Time to pivot. Now what? Of course, today's podcast needs to start with a story. So, a few weeks ago, during his appearance on the Mark Jackson Show, Jeff Van Gundy expressed his love and appreciation for the Boston Celtics for saving him after his unexpected exit from ESPN and a rough personal battles he encountered throughout last summer. He said, "I got fired on June 30th, and then my youngest Grayson went to school in August, so we became empty nesters. Then my sister-in-law tragically passes away in the middle of August as well, and my best friend in Houston contracts cancer, and unfortunately he passed away. I only knew Brad Stevens a little bit, but I was really in an awkward place in my life, not really knowing what I was going to do or what my purpose was, or how I was going to be with this new group of people where I didn't know anyone. And quite frankly, it's been one of the most rejuvenating things I've ever gone through," he said. Van Gundy was a notable figure that was subject to ESPN's mass layoff about a year ago. Just days before the 23-24 season began, the Celtics announced they hired Jeff Van Gundy as a senior consultant in their basketball operations group led by Brad Stevens. This marked Van Gundy's return to the league after he saw his final year as a head coach for the Rockets over 2 decades ago, or almost 2 decades ago. "Brad Stevens and Missoula threw me a lifeline," he said, "and everybody on that coaching staff was welcoming me with open arms. I've been embraced and welcomed in, and the whole organization, from ownership to Brad's staff to the coaching staff, has just been remarkable. After the summer, I was not in a great place, and I will always and forever be appreciative of what the Celtics, Brad Stevens, Joe Mazzulla, and the coaching staff has done for me." Jeff Van Gundy was an announcer for years, and now later in life, he was fired. He had to start over. In essence, pivot his career. This story has happened to many, many people. Perhaps not as famous as Jeff Van Gundy, but lots of people lose their jobs and have to figure out what's next. Many get depressed. Many get lost. And many don't know what to do. They try and fight through it, but so many come up short. Life will have lots of twists and turns for all of us, myself included. Definitely more failures than success. The question is, what do you do? How do you handle adversity and get things back on the right track? I hope you give today's On the Mark Merrillism a little thought. Perhaps when you need to pivot, what moves do you make? And what order do you make them? Thanks for listening to today's On the Mark Merrillism. Time to pivot. Now what? My name is Merrill Dubrow. Stay well, stay safe, and please, please stay in touch.